Hello DIY doers, I'm Belle. For those that are new, welcome to How to DIY Craft. For those that have been here before, welcome back. Today I'm going to do a little quick beginner guide tutorial on just the software of LOKLiK Idea Studio 2.0. It's taken me a little while to break down the videos that I want to make on the LOKLiK Crafter and the LOKLiK Idea Studio, but I think I've got kind of a comprehensive list of how-to tutorial videos for you. So this is the first in the series. So I'm just going to go over the overall look and touch base on some of the functions and things and where to find things if you need to find things in the LOKLiK Idea Studio. I am using version 2.1.1. Now if you want to update your LOKLiK Idea Studio, the only way I've seen how to do it at the moment is to actually go to their website. I'll leave it in the description below. Head there, download the new software, and away you go. Or log in and then away you go. So first I'm just going to do a quick overview of the software. So this part here is your canvas. So this is your working area. Over here you've got a couple tools. Here you've got new, save, undo, select, page setup. I'll get into that. And a couple other things that highlight when you've actually got something on your canvas. So these are a couple editing tools and things. Up the very top, we've got file, so we can save our canvas, upload, and new. Device connection, new device test. So if you just got your LOKLiK Crafter, you can do a quick test cut of your device. Firmware updates. I will have a video coming out about how to do a firmware update on your LOKLiK Crafter. Machine calibration and reset calibration value. Also, we've got help. So we've got a beginner guide, quick starter videos, and app tutorial and help. These may help you if you want to get down and read and look through that. Be my guest. I found a lot of the information that I'm going to talk about today in these sections. Shortcut key, feedback and errors, so you can actually send LOKLiK your feedback on the software. If you keep on getting an error code when you try and cut something, you can actually send them that error code and hopefully they'll get back to you. Terms, that's just terms and conditions of using their software. Version details. So this lists out the new update features. So version 2.1.1. This is pretty much your patch notes. So they did some bug fixes, language settings, UI enhancement, update notifications. So if you're wondering what's new in that version, you can have a look through here. And the last thing was about LOKLiK Idea Studio, which just tells you what version you're running. So task list is actually your cutting list or your drawing list. It's your projects that you have ready to go and cut on your machine. Then we've got the Canvas tab. So this is the Canvas tab. The library. So this is the LOKLiK idea library. They've got quite a few designs and things. You can actually search for, say we want something Christmas. You can search something for Christmas. They've got quite a lot of designs and things on here now. As of this recording, I believe they're all free. Okay, so I just typed in summer so we could get some different variety of projects. So down here you'll see that it's free, yes. And then you've got this pen, so that's a draw. This one's free, and then this one's a print and cut operation. And the other is like a butter knife. This is a standard cut. So they do have their little operation with the design now. So it's kind of really easy to see. And you can, so this is all the standard cuts. This is all the print and cut. And these are all the drawing. So then we go to the next tab, My Zone. So these are all the projects that you've created. That's pretty much self-explanatory. Then we have a little bell with the system update, no data. This is the latest version. I'm running the latest version as of recording today. Then we've got your profile. So we've got profile. You can edit those. Okay, so that was quite a quick overview of LOKLiK Idea Studio. Now I'm going to answer a couple questions that I get asked all the time, very, very quickly. So to change your canvas unit, so if you want inches or millimeters, you go up to your little profile picture, settings, and then we have units, millimeters or inches, and you can change it there. Every time I've changed it, I go back into LOKLiK Idea Studio after closing it. It's still in millimeters. So I've only changed it once. But I know some people are having trouble where they have to continually changing it. So that's one. The other one is the page setup. A lot of people don't like the huge big canvas that you get. You can actually change your page setup now. So if you go to page setup, we've got default, or you could have the 12 by 12 mat or the 12 by 24 mat. So I personally do like having the 12 by 12 mat, so I can see the area that I'm working in. Also, they've introduced the print and cut job. So we can actually put our print and cut border, which is really handy. So you know that if anything is inside this rectangle, it's going to be able to cut it. Anything outside that, it's not going to work. So that's pretty cool. And it does have A4 or letter available at the moment. Okay, so we'll just stick to our 12 by 12 canvas mat. And we can make it bigger and smaller down here. Okay, now I want to get into these buttons along here. So pattern, we've got a couple generic shapes, your square or rectangle, you can make it either or, circle, then we've got pentagon, then we have a line, and this is actually a score line. At the moment, the scoring line, the blade just cuts it. I'm guessing they might be coming out with a scoring stylus or scoring tool or some sort. But at the moment, we don't have one. So with these patterns as well, you need to click on the one that you want, and then you actually draw it onto your canvas. The shapes, you just click on a shape, and then it just pops up onto your canvas. Then you can resize it and things there. Also, if you want to resize something and keep the shape of it, you can actually lock the size here, and then you can grab and drag, or you can type in here, say I want 50, and it will go like that. Okay, so that's shapes. Text, we double click inside the text. And we'll say hello. We can click and drag this to wherever we want it. Same with the shape. We can make it bigger or smaller. And same with the lock position. If we just want it really long or really squishy, we can do that. You can also change the font. So these are all the fonts that come with your LOKLiK IDEA 2.0 software. You do need to download them though. You just click that download icon and then you can use them. So we click that and now we've got that font. We have system fonts, so this is all the fonts that are on your system. Beware that LOKLiK IDEA Studio only supports TTF file fonts, so true type font files. At the moment, I don't know if they're planning on supporting open type font files. I'm not sure, but if you want to use any fonts in LOKLiK, just make sure you install true type font files. If you're unsure how to do this, I do have a video explaining exactly how to do it. And then you can just click on whichever font that you want. Favorites. I have this font favorited. I use this font quite a bit. Then we've got font size. So we can use the arrows, or we can use the slider. Letter spaces, that just pulls out the letters. And then if you've got two words, so if you've got two words, you can increase the distance between both words or decrease. You can get them really close. So then we have the align option. This is left justified, we can center it, and we can right justify it. Okay, so we've got our text saying hello again. We can also offset. So this is the offset feature. You can use this slider here to create an offset. Might just zoom in a little bit so you can see. Okay, so we go to offset, we can use this slider, and you can see that the blue off outline is the offset. You can also use the arrows, or you can type it in like so. And we can hit apply. Now we've got our text and our offset. So we can change the color by using the fill. Have that white. We'll put that back on. And that's how you pretty much use the offset. Now, say I wanted to make a whole heap of these stickers. Instead of copying and pasting, I can use the array. You can change how many copies you want. So maybe I just want one line of 5 copies and press confirm. Now, one thing when you are working with text and an offset, at the moment they're still separate. You do want to highlight both layers and then group. So now when I grab this, it's grouped into one whole piece, whereas this one's still separate. Okay, then we've got the pen tool. This is pretty much kind of like the old school drawing that you used to do on your computer before they invented tablets and you could draw with a pen on your computer. So it's all about points. So we have our first point, and we're going to go down 2 squares, go in 1, down 2 squares, go in 1, and down 2 squares, go in 2, no 3, and down 1, make a little square, and then we'll just do the exact same on the other side. Go up 2, come out 1, go up 2, come out 1, and up to the tippy top. So that's our little Christmas tree. With the pen, you can also just draw a straight line if you want. And when you don't want to draw anymore, so you don't want to add any more points, you just press your right click. And then you've got a line and our tree. So with the tree, we can then fill, and we can make it green. And we can grab a shape. We can also change that color, so we'll get a nice yellow. Yellow, And then if this star wasn't in front of the tree, you could always press this arrange and you can send it to the back or you can bring it forward. So there is flip horizontally, flip vertically. So that's our little Christmas tree and the star. So we can group those together. So whenever I grab one, they both come. Now if we get our little pentagon here, we can actually duplicate. So Control C to duplicate the layer and then Control V. We can arrange them vertically and then horizontally so they're directly on top of each other. And then we just click on the top layer and we can flip vertically and then bring it down, align horizontally. Then we can actually unite these. So now they're one, they're stuck together. We'll change the fill to white. And we can grab our little tree, arrange, bring that to the front so it's on top. And we've easily created a magnetic bookmark. So you can cut this all out, fold it at this line, add a magnet inside and a magnet inside, and you can clip it on. Okay, then we have the upload. So this is where you can find a project and you can upload your own stuff to a LOKLiK Idea Studio. Okay, so this is an SVG happy birthday card. Right now you can tell that it's all grouped. So we can go into each group and choose the layers that we want. So maybe I don't want this font here, I want this one. So I can actually highlight all the group, press ungroup, and then we can take this font and I can put this font. And then I can group that. And then that's a birthday card ready to make. Then we've got AI painting. So you type in a sentence, say you're looking for a Christmas dog with Santa hat. Then you can choose the operation type, so a standard cut, print then cut, or a draw. So I'm going to click draw and then we can generate. A AI image costs 2 credits, I guess you would call them. So you can only generate 10 images per day, really. Then we've got our little doggy with a Santa hat, or we've got this little doggy with a Santa hat, and we can press design. You can actually save all images as well. And then can we get rid of the background? Then press next. And now we have a little doggy with Santa hat. Okay, so now I'm just going to go through a little bit more of this feature here. So I need a couple shapes. Okay, so if we move the circle over the rectangle, highlight them both, and then press combine, we can unite. Now this sticks them together forever. So if you do a whole pile of actions after that, and then you want to separate these, you can't. Like, there's no option. The only way you can undo unite is to Control Z, and then we get our two layers back. So Control Z undoes. But there is only a finite amount of actions that you can undo before you can't undo any longer. The other options are subtract. So that takes the circle or whatever shape is on top out of the shape underneath. Just undo again. Group them up again. And then unite at the overlap. So that gets rid of everything of the shape that wasn't touching each other. Select them both again. Then we have slice. So that actually slices the circle where the circle and the rectangle were meeting. It also slices the circle out of the rectangle. So you could move that out of the way and then have this kind of cool shape. Now with these, subtract that crossover and split. So I'm going to show you what these do. So I'm going to get some text. And we're going to write mum. And we'll make this bigger. All right, so that's pretty big. Now I'm going to make some more text. And we're going to change this to the I Love Glitter font. And I'm just going to open up my character map. And I've already spelt out what I want to say. So I'm going to press copy. Go back into LOKLiK Idea Studio and press Control V. And we're going to paste it. Now you might see, if I make this a little bit bigger, there's these white areas on this I love you. That is because if we go to view contour, we can see the LOKLiK is going to cut each individual letter out instead of continuing the whole thing. So it's going to cut out the V, and then it's going to cut out the E, And so that's all the cut lines. So to make it continuous, we're just going to fill that back in. We can combine and subtract crossover. Now if we go to contour, we can see that it is a solid line wherever the font is going. If you're wondering how I did this as well, I do have a fonts video using Cricut Design Space, and I think I used it in this as well, but it's the same principle in Cricut Design Space. Okay, so that's our start of our project. Now I'm going to make a rectangle the size of this I love you. Now I don't want it that fat, so I'm going to unlock it, and I'm also going to arrange and send this backwards so I can see how fat I need it. Okay. And I might need it, whoops. I just need it a little bit longer, like so. Okay, so now we can come up to our layers. I'm going to click on the rectangle, and I'm going to bring that up to over the mum. And then I'm going to highlight both of them. Now highlighting both of them, I'm just clicking and dragging a box on one part of both designs. Okay, so we've got both layers selected. We can double check because they're highlighted up here. Now I'm going to align center horizontally and center vertically. So then this rectangle is square bang center in the mum. Now I'm going to slice. Now you notice that we've got 3 layers. So we can get rid of our rectangle layer now. We don't need that. And we can get rid of the inner mum layer. Now we've got mum like this. Now you can leave it like that and then put this in between. I do like to make it a little bit fancier though. So I actually split, and this actually makes all of these separate. So I'm going to highlight the bottom and we can press unite. So then that's one whole group, and then the same up the top, press combine, unite. And then I like to make some very thin rectangles. And then we highlight both of them and press horizontal, center horizontally. So that should be bang square in the center. And then we'll just copy that line from pressing Control C, Control V, and then bringing that down here. and then highlighting these two layers, press align center horizontally, so that'll be perfectly centered. And then I just moved both of the layers to a grid line, and then made sure that they were the same length. And then I did that on the other side and the same length. So then I know that they're all in line with each other. So then we can highlight both of these. We can press center horizontally, and then we can unite. So now they're attached, and same with the bottom, align, center horizontally, and unite. Now they're all one. Now we can move our lovely cursive like that. This can move upwards, and then we align horizontally, and it's all together. Now you can change this font to any color that you want. You might want it red. So at the moment we've got this in 3 layers. To make it easier for you to apply onto your tile or whatever you're putting this on, we'll just quickly hide the red letters and select just the black layer. We can actually unite those, and then that becomes one whole thing. Unhide the red. You can highlight them all and press unite, and it will cut out as one big piece. But if you do want separate colors for your vinyl, you'll need to have the different layers. Okay, so I hope I shared a couple of techniques and some tips and tricks to help you guys get started with your LOKLiK Crafter. I am planning on doing step-by-step videos on the firmware update, also print then cut, also doing your first cut, so step-by-step process of doing your first cut and making your own design, doing your first draw using the pen with LOKLiK. All those videos are coming. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have a craftastic day, and I will see you in the next video.